Clarence TV speaking to Chelmsford City manager Robbie Simpson after 0-0 draw this afternoon at Dover. Robbie, another clean sheet and a tight game, a tight battle this afternoon.
Yeah, really tight battle. It had a similar feel to Monday, in the sense that it was a tight game. I think similar to Monday, we started off a little bit slowly, and Dover probably just edged it in that first half. We had a couple of moments, but we weren't really. I think we were probably focused about being hard to beat, more than winning it in that first half, which is similar to what we did Monday. So, listen, it worked on Monday, and we came out. We mentioned it the second half that it was similar to that, and when we came out second half on Monday and upped our tempo, upped our intensity, upped our brightness, and scored a good goal and went on to win the game comfortably. And it almost happened again. You know, we started the second half really well, and the second half we were much better. I don't remember them having much in the second half at all. We had a really good spell where we kept them in their own half for a good 20-minute period actually, and I think I mentioned it just then to the lads. I think the one thing that was lacking was on restarts. We kind of allowed them to get back in shape, and we were a bit slow with those. I felt like on a difficult pitch like today, you know, it was a lively pitch, really bobbly. You kind of have to exploit spaces when they're there. So when take quick free kicks, you know, whilst their players are out of position potentially, or when we win it back, try and exploit the spaces that they've maybe left going forward. And we didn't quite have that brightness about us today. Obviously, we had one gilt-edged chance with Odie that if that goes in, maybe we then go on and score 2 or 3. But it wasn't to be. It was tough. Let's say on a pitch like this, when you allow the team to get back in their banks of 4 and be tough to break through, it's really difficult to play quick, flowing football in and out and through on this pitch. And so you have to try and find a way. And I think we didn't quite do it well. We didn't do enough to find a way. We weren't quite bright enough on restarts or turnovers to exploit with any real quality. And obviously there's set pieces involved in that, and I think we're disappointed we haven't scored from a set piece today. We felt like that would have been a big weapon for us. But yeah, fair play to their centre half. The ball was like a magnet to his head, really, in the first half especially. So, listen, we've got to give credit to them. They defended well, anticipated the balls coming into their box really well to defend for their lives, and we had one cleared off the line when Jamie's header and Tom's almost flicked it in, and it was a really tight game. Could have gone either way. I felt like second half we were a lot better and the better team. We just needed a goal to then kick on, and unfortunately it didn't come.
We had 3 ex-Dover players coming back to their old club today, and one was Arj Krasnicki. I thought had a really good, probably his best game in midfield, coming back to a place he knows well, the Crabble, and it was his assist that almost led to Odie's goal that one time when we got him behind them. Yeah,
and that was kind of on a turnover of play as well, and I say to the front lads, you need to make the decision for the person on the ball, and Odie's run did that. You know, as soon as we won possession and Arj got that ball with space and time to face their goal, he had the time, even though the pitch was bad, to find a quality pass. So Odie knew as soon as he got that on the half turn, he just had one thought: turn and sprint towards their goal, and Arj will find me. And great through ball. It just bubbled just as he's about to connect with the ball. It just bubbled, which meant he kind of undercut the ball a little bit. And I'm sure if it wasn't for that bobble, he would have scored. So yeah, but one moment, that was the one bright moment of ours, really. I said we had sustained pressure when Jamie's header, obviously, and then Tom's almost flicked it in, but that was our one moment where I wanted to see more of it. You know, on the turnover, quickly Bright exposed their fullback that had gone high. Odie's made a beeline towards their goal. Great through ball, and it was unfortunate, or I'm disappointed I didn't see more of that. But plenty of positives, especially in the second half. I thought we were solid whilst having a go at trying to win, whereas in the first half I thought we were solid trying to build our way into the game. So we finished strong. Listen, Dover have been on a good run themselves. They had a good victory against Eastbourne here. Another point towards towards where we want to go.
Are you pleased that defensive solidity has returned from what we had at the start of the season? We didn't have a clean sheet since Boxing Day before Monday, and then we've had 2 in a row.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something we spoke about when we went through a bit of a dip in form and lost those 2 in a row quite recently. We said we needed to reset really and re-implement the foundations of what got us success earlier on in the season, which was being really hard to score against. And we've set ourselves a target for goals conceded. We've set ourselves a target for goals scored, and we've fallen below that now, obviously. But we can make it up. We can make it up. We've got, I think you can see from our players that started and came on, we've got good attacking players. And it's down to them really to be a bit brighter, to exploit opportunities and really want to score. You know, there was a moment at the end there where, I don't know whether it's subconsciously or not, but I think Jazzy got the ball out on the right, and in my head I was thinking just touch and deliver, but we had forward players running out of the box to try and let Jazzy pass it to him. And I think in the dying minutes we need to have that hunger where, as that ball goes to Jazzy, if he doesn't cross it, I'm going to absolutely tear him one because I want to score a goal and I want him to put it in that box. And we'll get there. They're still learning. They're still learning. They'll get there. And you know, a few of them just need to get a bit of luck, and then their confidence will build and go from there, I'm sure. But yeah, we're happy with the point today. Although we wanted 3. We've wanted 3, but we're happy with the point. Something to build on, another clean sheet to build on from last Monday, and we go again this Monday. Yeah, and we've got to play a lot of the teams. It's getting very tight on the edge of the playoffs now. Sort of 4 or 5 teams on the same points, and Tunbridge just below us. So we've got Monday. I think they're in 9th maybe, so just a place below us. So we've got it all in our own hands with a lot of home games to play against the teams around us. Yeah, you know, we have to try and be relentless towards those playoffs. You know, we're here on merit. We're in the hunt on merit this season. Yes, we're punching well above our weight, but like I said a few weeks ago, we need to forget that now. We need to have an arrogance. We've been up near the playoffs for the whole season for a reason. We need to have that arrogance, and we are pushing. We're going to give it our all to get in those playoffs. That's for sure. Okay, well done on the point today, Robbie, away from home, and we'll see you at home on Monday. Thank you. Cheers, Ben.